This is the story of how I ruined my relationship with Nintendo. Hey guys, maybe around 20 back again. And one of the number one questions I've been getting for some reason lately on my videos and in my live streams is, have I ever reapplied for the Nintendo Ambassadors Program? Now, for those of you that have been with me for a while, you probably know that a few years ago I applied for the Nintendo Ambassadors Program when I reached 10,000 subscribers, and they denied me. And they didn't really give me a reason why. I kind of had my suspicions, but they never really gave me a reason why. I just assumed that maybe it's because when I talk about games that I do not like, even if they're like first party games made by Nintendo, I will be brutally honest. I will say I do not like this game. And it's my thought and opinion that Nintendo, if they give you a game, they want you to praise the game. They want you to really advertise that game to try to get more people to buy it. Well, if I don't like something, I'm not going to lie to the audience because I'm an honest guy, so I'm not going to do that. So that was the understanding of why maybe they did not accept me into the program, because you guys all know I have rant videos. When Nintendo Labo came out, I kind of made fun of it. I thought it was stupid with the whole cardboard and stuff like that. And that was a big thing they were pushing on the ambassadors at that time. They were even flying people out to Nintendo New York to these private events and showcasing this. So I'm assuming that's why, but there actually goes a little bit deeper than that. I pretty much, in my opinion, have destroyed the relationship, any future relationship that I could even have, probably with Nintendo, and this is why. Several years ago, this is before I even applied for the Nintendo Ambassadors Program, I uploaded a video called Super Mario Pro Controller Review, and they were two controllers, Mario and Luigi, really cool controllers, and I did a review on it, and the video was doing really, really well. Like, I think that video got like over 100,000 views. It was doing really, really well for a channel of my size at that time. And it was actually bringing in some, decent money. And actually, for a channel of my size, don't get me wrong, not like a lot of money, but for a channel of my size, I was like, wow, I was very happy with how the video was performing. Well, then out of nowhere, Nintendo claims it. As soon as it was starting to pick up steam and get a lot of views, Nintendo claims the video for copyright infringement. And it's a false claim. I didn't use any of their music or nothing like that. Matter of fact, when I was showcasing the controller, I went out of my way to find a cover of that song on that Mario Kart track. So it wasn't the exact song because I knew they might try to bust me for, music and stuff like that. And I went above and beyond to make sure that it was like all fair use. But they claimed it anyhow because, like I said, the video started getting really popular. And this is before, they got rid of the Nintendo Creator Program. Now, if you guys are not familiar with that program, it's basically a program where back in the day, you had to be part of this program if you wanted to monetize your videos, and Nintendo would kind of like give you a percentage of the earnings of that video. Now, luckily, today, they no longer have this. There's been a lot of battles, a lot of people complaining that Nintendo does not want you to, stream their games. They don't want you to review their games because they're going to claim your video. I know a lot of big-time YouTubers that stopped covering Nintendo games just because of this. And I think Nintendo finally wised up and they were like, okay, you know what? This doesn't really make good for business. And you no longer have to be part of this Nintendo Creators Program and you can just kind of like do whatever you want. Now, Nintendo doesn't really claim videos. I'll get to that in a second because they still do, and I'll tell you what videos they claim. So basically, back then when I was, part of the creators program, I called up Nintendo and I said, "Hey, you guys claimed a video of mine, and it's fair use. Who do I talk to?" And of course, the guy on the phone doesn't really, he doesn't really get phone calls like this too often. So he transferred me to somebody. They transferred me to somebody. I'm on the phone forever. And they finally actually give me a contact. It's a completely separate number. I forget who I had to call. So I called somebody who's like head of this stuff. So they're like, okay, man, let me look into it. So they get back to me, I want to say a couple weeks later, and they say, hey, after watching the video, they send me this long email. After watching the video, yeah, man, you were playing Mario Kart in your video, so it's ours. You can't do that. And I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm showing the controller and how it works with the game. It really, really rubbed me the wrong way, and I kind of wrote probably an unpleasant email. It wasn't nothing really bad or nothing, but definitely I'm sure they've seen it. I called again. Some words were exchanged. So I'm not sure if that red flagged me or not. That's before I actually applied for the Nintendo Ambassadors Program. But anyways, needless to say, that no longer needs to happen anymore because the Creators Program doesn't exist and you can now monetize your video. Matter of fact, that video today is now monetized. Nintendo has lifted the claim because it was fair use to begin with. Anyways, plus they don't no longer do that because of situations like I just said. So basically, there's other videos that they claim, and let me get clear here. Glitch videos, anything like that you mod or glitch or a hack video. When Animal Crossing had that hack where you can get unlimited bells by spinning, if you guys remember, you could like spin something and actually keep duplicating items and stuff like that. If you guys remember the mailbox trick where you can duplicate gold and those Nook Mile tickets, if you guys remember, I streamed all that. Well, all those videos have gotten claimed and taken down by Nintendo. And it's a false copyright claim. And it just says that they own the product. And it's like, no, it's a false copyright claim. That's my footage. That's my commentary. It's a false copyright claim. They just do not want you to showcase glitches and stuff like that in video games. And to combat that, they will just issue false copyright claims. Now, what you can do is you can actually fight those claims and, you know, just submit it to YouTube. And then now Nintendo has 30 days to appeal it. And then Nintendo can appeal it again and say, no, we want the video taken down. And you can appeal it a second time. Now, what's scary about this is this second time that you appeal this, if Nintendo wants to, they can take you to court and actually sue you. That's not going to happen. Obviously, they're not going to take a YouTuber to court over a video that has a couple thousand views or whatever the case may be. They're not going to do that. It costs more money than what it's worth. So what normally happens is Nintendo will lift the claim. So you can really call their bluff. So anyone that gets a copyright claim by Nintendo, if it's like a hacking video and they false copyright claim your video, go ahead and fight it to the end because they are not going to take you to court and they will lift the claim. So just a little pro tip for you there because I've had to do it several times. So basically, since I've had this battle with copyright through the years from Nintendo and I make these rant videos about certain products that I do not like, I'm pretty sure that's tarnished any hope that I have to get into the Nintendo Ambassadors program. Now, a lot of people are like, well, why did you want to become in the Nintendo Ambassador program to begin with? Was it to get free stuff? And that is not the case. The only reason why I wanted to be part of that is because you do get invited to E3 from time to time, and you get invited to special events. You get like invited to Nintendo New York, and you get to go to these special events, and they urge you to film. So it would be a really cool filming opportunity to put on my channel and stuff like that, get a little bit behind the scenes stuff. But that's pretty much the only reason why I wanted to be part of the Nintendo Ambassador program. But I have a lot of friends that are actually in this program, and honestly, I'm not missing much. I don't really regret my decisions at all. And I just wanted to put this out there because I've been getting this comment all the time. Have I reapplied for the Nintendo Ambassador program? No, I have not. It's a waste of time. I know they're going to reject me, and I honestly don't really have the urge or desire to do that anymore. Still a big Nintendo fan. I'm still always making Nintendo videos. Probably still the biggest Nintendo fan you'll ever meet. So I have no hard feelings that way. But when it comes to like the PR side of Nintendo, they really do have a flaw in my personal opinion. I don't know if it's the Golan company they work for that work with them with the media, but it's just, to me, there's a big flaw in the whole setup. I just don't really. I don't think it's very, friendly as far as like trying to reach out to their PR services. But that's just my opinion. At the end of the day, please leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys think. If you ever had a situation like this with Nintendo, feel free to let me know. And I just wanted to get this out there because I've been getting this comment a lot recently in my comments and live streams. And like I said, there's a lot more to it than just what people think. And this is the full story. Now you know why I'll probably never be a Nintendo ambassador. And honestly, I don't really care. And that's pretty much all for right now, guys. And as always, there'll be more to come shortly. Thanks again, guys.